Yes, sir. Tell me about your car.
Yes.
What about what about it?
It's a, I'm guessing a 58, is that
It's
right?
a 1958 retractable hardtop.
All
Doug
right.
Ford called it a hideaway hardtop. Got a 332 engine in it, automatic transmission, and it's just a fun car to drive.
How much did the all of the gears and all of the various panels there? How much did that add to the weight of any typical convertible?
Now I don't know what a typical convertible weighs. This thing weighs 4,800 pounds. 4,832 pounds.
I see.
Full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
And but I don't know what a standard sedan weighs.
Tell me about how you operate that and.
Well, there's just one button. There's, well, like I say, the car just says there's many switches, many solenoids, 610 feet of extra wire just for the top, and there's just one switch that works the whole thing either way, frontwards or back.
When did you buy the car?
When?
Uh-huh.
About 12, 13 years ago.
And did you have to restore it, or?
Yeah, well, I didn't have to. I drove it home from Indiana, so it would drive. But I put new panels around it, new floorboard, and painted it. But the upholstering and everything inside is original. You can open the door and see where it's torn a little bit here and there.
It looks like new, so how much would it be worth on the open market?
Oh boy, I was offered 28, and I didn't sell it because where am I going to get another one right away quick, you know? So I didn't. But I was offered 28.
You did the work on it?
No, I can do the engine work, and that's about all. But I cannot do body work.
I didn't notice under the hood. Is that a 6 or an 8?
That's an 8. It's
An 8.
332.
332. Very good. The is it difficult to find tires that match
No,
the original?
there's a company that we go to and to buy tires, and I bought these tires here off of that.
Okay. So how many of these were made? Do you have any idea how
Oh
many?
yeah, there were 14,713 of these made
Originally.
originally.
How many still exist? Do you know?
782.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow. Well, you know, the so many companies now have hardtop convertibles, but
Right, they're all hydraulics, and this is all electric switches,
Oh.
gears. No hydraulics in this system whatsoever.
which makes it lighter then, right?
Yes.
Doesn't it? I wonder why.
Except for the top. Now, the top back then they had to make it sturdy enough.
Hmm.
And today that General Motors has one in the pickup that's very light. You know? Nothing hardly to it. But it works. It works good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Tell me your name, sir.
Dan Anderson II.
Okay. Two big truck, well, one big truck and one tiny truck with interesting names. Diamond Rio, which was a Pittsburgh band, and REO Speedwagon, which is an international band. I don't know why they chose the trucks, but it's a neat name.
It is.
So tell me, are your last name is Anderson then?
Yep.
So you're the
I'm the son.
son of the
Yeah.
fellow who owned.
This truck's actually my dad's. He's the one over there in the blue.
Okay. Alrighty. So tell me about the big one first.
It's a 71 with a 6V71 Detroit. It's an original one-owner truck. It came from the eastern part of the state. The guy that owned it was a Diamond Rio dealer, and they used it to haul swimming pool water. That's all it did its whole life.
Is that right? So how many miles would be on it?
It's got like 250,000 somewhere in that ballpark.
Ah, and of course the diesel's going to last forever.
Right. For a semi, that's pretty low miles.
That is low miles. Did you restore it, or is it in its original?
That's its original condition.
Yeah. I'm just going to back up for a moment and get a shot of it so we can see it. Did you get to drive it at all?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In the delivery mode,
Yeah. Well, no.
but just for fun?
Just for fun.
You
yeah.
drive it here?
Yeah, I've had this since I was 18. I'm 26 now, so about
Ah,
8 years.
yeah.
I just drive it to car shows, and I actually drove it to Ohio to the National Rio meet. There's a Rio Club of America, and we belong to it. We go to their meets every year usually, and I drove it to the one in Ohio. It was about a 4-hour trip.
Oh,
one
yeah.
way, so, yeah, it's a fun truck.
Do you have a son or hope to someday?
Yeah, I hope to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks as though he's going to be the recipient of the big old green Rio, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say about this truck?
No, we can move on to this one if you want. I know a little history of this one too if you want.
Already? So, what is this? That's the original name, REO
Right.
Speedwagon,
Rio
right?
Speedwagon, yep.
Yep.
It's 1934.
Okay.
A little history on Rio. The Rio stands for Ransom Eli Olds. He actually started Oldsmobile. He invented the curved dash Olds, and then in 1904, Oldsmobile kicked him out because it was a political deal within the company. And he went and started Rio, and that's how you got Rio, Ransom Eli Olds.
Isn't that something?
Rio merged with Diamond T in 1968, and that's how you got Diamond Rio. Okay. But this truck's a 34. It was a fire truck. Somebody had taken the fire body off, put a flatbed on it. My dad has a 33 as well. This truck we found in the process looking for parts for the other one. So he's had this for probably about 16 years. So.
And you restored it totally?
Nope.
Oh, this is the way it was when you bought it?
Yes, that guy had restored it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Before we did.
What kind of a motor does it have in? Could you show me?
It has an inline 6 Rio motor in it. It's
Okay.
Well, this one's not overhead valve. This is a flathead 6-cylinder.
Uh-huh.
I called it a Gold Crown series motor.
Uh-huh.
So this one I think is 268 cubic inches. So I can't remember the horsepower, but it has a 4-speed transmission. It'll go about 40 miles an hour or so.
Yeah. Now, how much could it pull or haul?
It's a 1.5 ton truck.
Okay. So they were already using that designation on trucks?
Yes.
Quarter ton, half ton,
Yep.
ton truck,
This was a
ton and a
1.5
half?
ton truck. Yep.
Yeah.
They made a 2.5 ton truck too, or in a 4 ton. And the 4 ton was a pretty rare truck. It had a bigger radiator in it. They're pretty distinctive because the radiator sticks about 3 inches above the hood in the front. So they're
Wow.
quite a sought after truck. And everything about it, of course, would be beefier too. But
Well,
this is a nice little truck.
yeah. What was I going to say about that? So how many miles are on this?
Oh boy. 6,077.
6,077. That's it?
You want to see in the cab?
Yes, I do.
It's not very fancy. It's pretty basic.
Yeah, there's everything you need to steer and sit.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Not no upholstery.
Nope. And see, these cabs were actually sheet metal wrapped wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is all wood. That's wood, doors wood. It's just got sheet metal skin on it.
Wow. Why did they do that? Just to keep it lighter?
They didn't have the technology to make the cabs like they did in later years, like in more modern vehicles. So that's how they made them structurally sound, if you will.
Isn't that something? And you have a landscape business too.
I do.
Those
yes.
are antique machines?
Yeah, those are Rio actually made these themselves. These are Rio lawnmowers. They made the motors and everything.
Wow.
They actually, the motors spin counterclockwise instead of clockwise too.
Oh, yeah.
So and in 1958 or 57, I can't remember the exact year, but they merged with Wheel Horse and they started painting them red. But these pea green kind of cream colored ones are true Rios. I
Wow.
have about 15 of these.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Is that are they rare?
Somewhat.
There
yeah. I
would
mean,
be some value to someone who...
right. I've slowly accumulated them over the years. You know, I see them for like know, somebody's got one for 20, 30 bucks or 50 bucks or whatever, I buy them up, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
they're cheap.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they'll be valuable someday.
yeah, I
You
know.
can start your own Rio museum.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's an idea.
There's actually there's a transportation museum in Maine, a guy that ran pretty much strictly Rios, and he has about 10 of them in his museum.
Oh, does he?
Called the Coal Transportation Museum in Maine.
Uh-huh. Well, this was a wonderful thing. I'm glad I stopped to see you.
Yeah.
Your name?
Stop.
Did I get your name before?
Yeah, Dan Anderson.
Okay. All right, sir. That's a big, by the way, a big bottom end
Yes, it is.
and
They're
transmission.
pretty stout motors.
I guess they would last. Well, this, with the little miles you have on, it'll go many generations in the family.
Yep. Well, you know, it's already what, like almost 80 years old, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's going pretty good.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So, what if I told you that my favorite supercar is a McLaren, and you have one?
I do have one.
Tell me about it.
This is the McLaren 650S. You probably know these are built in Surrey, England. Very, very fast, very light.
So, have you gone over 85?
I have.
I'm at 185. I'm sorry.
The top speed of the car is 215 miles an hour, and I've gone very fast in it.
Of course, that was on a closed circuit.
Of course, in Mexico.
Oh, was it really? For
No.
real? No. Mid-Ohio. Let's blame it on them.
Exactly, of course.
And it's not your fault because it's intoxicating, right?
It is. It's a joy to drive.
How long have you had it?
I bought it new a year and a half ago. It's a 2016 model.
What made you interested in it, as opposed to Ferraris and all those?
Lamborghinis. My friends have all of them, and I wanted something different. And I really feel that McLaren is a superior car. They just, you know, they're rich in F1 racing history. They put a lot of that technology in these cars. So I was impressed from day one with this car.
I'll believe any figure, but tell me realistically, how much did you have to pay for it?
The sticker on this car was $300,000.
Is that all?
So I bargained, right?
Well, if you have it, buy it, is the way I look at it.
Absolutely.
So, just impromptu little playing around on the racetrack. Have you been challenged by someone? And
I have.
And-
I have friends with Lamborghini Huracans and Aventadors, Ferrari 458s, and this is a faster car. McLaren really knows how to build a car.
tell me about the engine.
It's a 3.8 liter twin turbo V8, revving to 9,000 RPMs and producing 650 horsepower.
And is there any kind of limiter on that, or?
There is not.
There's not.
It's really a race car that's street legal. There's a rev limiter once you get to 9,000 RPMs, but you know, no shifting lights, no speed limiter. It's a very, very fast car.
Is there any way to go to the salt flats? Do they ever open those for just kind of?
I know in the West and Midwest, really, where the roads are straighter and longer, it's more suited for that than Pittsburgh, where I live.
Right.
But there's some fun roads to drive around here.
Can I ask what you do? What kind of profession?
I have a couple of companies. We do luxury interior work. We build high-end wine cellars and home theaters.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
How do they get a hold of you?
They can reach me on my mobile number. It's 412-432-8720. My website, so pghwinecellars.com.
So if you need a wine cellar, and he may need a second McLaren, who knows?
I mean, the more the merrier, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I've always said to people, they say, well, why do you need these fast cars? Well, because basically I'm an insecure male, and that's kind of an extension of me. So,
I've heard that before.
well, rock on, and may you see many 215-mile-an-hour sprints.
Thank you. I'll try.
So this is a tractor. Is that a tractor front end?
The only thing tractor about it is the hood and the grill.
Okay.
Everything else he fabricates.
Okay, so they say that again. I think we missed it. What is actually a tractor on this?
The hood and the grill.
Okay.
Everything else he fabricates.
Alrighty. What do you technically call this? What
It's a street rod.
street rod? Was it called a tub or something before I
Tea bucket.
what is it?
A tea bucket.
Tea bucket. I thought there was something different. So, who did the work?
My husband.
Sir, what's your name?
My name's John.
All right, John. You have a nice looking, slick looking Mercury here. Can you tell me about it?
Yes, it's a 1950 Mercury Coupe, and basically this is a model back in the 50s that was modified to a point where the hot rodders used them in California, and then that rage took off across the rest of the United States. And what's unique about it is just a two-door sedan, which was one that's most sought after today by the cult class, if you will, of the 50s.
Well, let's hope they don't get a hold of yours because they chop everything out of it and chop it up, and
Right.
yours is all stock then.
Yes, basically it is.
Yes.
Yes, as a matter of fact, this car was in the same family for over 50 years.
Oh, really?
So-
How did you find it?
Well, I was looking for one for quite a while, and then I found one found this advertised in a local paper,
Uh huh.
and so we went down and looked at it and bought it.
It's a good thing you did.
Yes, it is.
One of those choppers would have gotten a hold of it, and I don't understand. That's a fun hobby.
Yes.
One thing it does do is make this even more valuable too, because if they chop them all up except yours, then
Yes,
how many do you think of these exist the way you have, the way this is set up, the two-door?
Oh, that's hard to estimate, but occasionally you see the four doors,
Uh-huh.
but two doors, in this condition are very rare.
So this is original condition?
Well, it's been repainted. but
Okay.
It has all the original bright work on it. It's just
Oh.
been buffed out, and we patterned the interior with basically the seats that were in the car. We changed it from a gray tone to a tan tone.
Uh-huh. Was that an option, tan, in its day?
Yes, it would have been.
Oh, okay. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you. And these just came in 1950. They came with a 3-speed transmission on the column. You could not get an automatic back in 1950.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing is, you might be interested in this. This is the original flathead V8
Okay.
that came in this car.
Alrighty. Was it used in any of the other cars that the same model had? It was a corporate motor, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a corporate motor, and that would have come just from the factory, just like that, with the air cleaner carburation.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit dirty, but it's
No.
all original.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot more valuable. Any other thing about it? What made you like this car enough to find one?
Well, I'll tell you what. Years ago, there was a movie that was entitled Rebel Without a Cause, starring James Dean.
I remember.
And so he drove a black Mercury, very similar to this, only it was a year older, a 1949 Mercury.
Uh-huh.
So that, in addition to that, my cousin also had a 1950 Mercury, and I liked it so much. And so we bought this car, and we drove it from here, Franklin, Pennsylvania, out to Fairmont, Indiana, to the James Dean run, and had it on
Wow.
display out there. And as a matter of fact, we became friends with James Dean's uncle, where he lived out there in Indiana.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Do you still communicate with him?
No, we don't anymore. But we did, and we had a good good relationship with them. As a matter of fact, when they dedicated the book of James Dean, then we got one with an inscription in it to Nancy
Oh
and I.
my.
Yes, so that's the reason that we are sort of partial to the 1950 Mercury, and it goes back to the James Dean era.
Yeah. And a lot of people I'm 71, so my generation, we were kind of after the 50s in a way, but enjoyed the 50s.
Yes,
And remember that, and James Dean was a household word everywhere.
yes, he was.
Maybe he was kind of a bad boy sometimes, but
Yes.
he represented the street racers of the time. That's just the way it was.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, sir. A wonderful story,
All right,
and please keep the car away from the choppers.
we will.
All right, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.